Hey you guys, I am back with another video, and this is for my pho lovers, my soup lovers, my herbal lovers, my fresh herb lovers, the people that just love to eat healthy. This soup has so much great stuff in it. It's just totally awesome for the body. It has great turmeric in it, ginger, fresh herbs, all kind of nice spices and things like that. But not many spices. It's very tranquil, but it is a great soup. I put a twist on it and I can't wait to share it with you. Not only that, it has this great stuff in it. I topped it off with some good old seafood and chicken. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys. So let's go ahead and jump right on into it. Now, I really enjoy this one, but it started off with a pot of water. Now, this started with some fish heads that was in my freezer. I never throw those fish heads away. I always store them and put them in the freezer. So I decided to do a soup with it. But there's a story. Okay, you have to remove the eyes, but I'll tell you why a little later. But let's talk about this craziness I had to go through with these fish eyes.
The eyes of the fish. You fish-eyed fool. Please.
Come here, you little nut!
I'm out of here. Look, 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 look. Look. Look.
Now, I had been chased around the house, the kids, everybody, with these things, and I am petrified. Now, I typically don't play with food, and I really cherish the food that sits on my plate. But this clown was a little too much. You guys let me know if this was a little too much. Anywho, we finally got a chance to pull it back together. And after that, I began to I washed the fish off and placed them all in the pot. But the reason why those fish were mangled like that is because it is very important for you to remove those eyes. Yeah, only if you like eating eyeballs. But to me, they taste like chark in soup. And I don't understand why anybody would eat that. But I just found out, hey, it's better to just remove those. And I had them removed first before I placed them in the water. So I got a hot, I don't know how many quarts this is, but as you can see, it's a big pot. And I had about maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 heads. And I begin to just drop them all in a pot of hot water so I can extract the fish flavor. This is going to be a great base for your soup because it's going to give a nice fish flavor, but at the same time it's going to smell a little weird, but the taste is going to be, oh my gosh, impeccable. So from there I increase the flame, and this is going to be the only time I have a high flame underneath this. I went outside and grabbed some fresh herbs from the garden. What a blessing. Oh my gosh, it's so easy to just go walk outside and grab what you need instead of constantly going to the store paying $1 for that many. But if anybody knows what this is, go ahead and leave a comment below and tell me, and I'll tell you what it is a little later. Let's get our herbologists out there and tell me if you recognize these two herbs that I'm about to put in this soup. And they smell so fragrant and they're delicious. They bring so much life into a pot. Yeah, so real quick thing, go ahead and drop a comment below if you think you know what these are. Okay. And 5, 4, 3, 2, what is it? Okay. That was fun. Right here I have ginger. I am a great fan of ginger. Ginger is great for taking inflammation out of the body, especially the way I prep this. It is really going to give you great benefits. Right here I have turmeric. It is really good for anti-inflammation. And I'm going to place these in the pot too. Note the amount that I had. It's easier to see how much I have versus saying I have fresh garlic smashed. I used 3, but I went ahead and added another one before the big huge pot But you guys use your own discretion on this one. But smash them so all of the flavors can be taken out of it, and also the health benefits that it has as well. My fire will stay low once I have placed everything in, because it is very imperative to make this pot of soup as medicinal as possible more than anything else. Okay, you guys, remember that question about the herbs earlier in the video? Well, did you leave a comment below? Okay, ready? Okay, if you didn't know, this is oregano, and this is rosemary, fragrant herbs. So I took sprigs apart separated from leaves, and I also removed all of the fish heads from out of there. These fish heads have been stewing for at least 45 minutes with everything in it. That's herbs, roots, and also the heads themselves. Cover the pot up, and then another 45 minutes I continue to let it steep away to grab all of those nice properties out of it as slow as possible and as careful as possible. Because if I blast it, then I won't get the benefits that the soup will have to offer. Right here, if you guys did not stock up on this, you are slipping. Okay, it's time to get some. Better Than Bouillon works with anything. With soups, it's the bomb. So sesame seed oil brings out that fish flavor in such a beautiful, subtle way. Oh my gosh. And be mindful when you look for sesame seed oil. Make sure it says sesame seed oil and not extracted with some sort of soybean oil. Very, very important. Don't let it fool you. So I'm going to take some really nice generous paddles and flavor until I get that nice balance. I don't want to overdo it. I just want to make sure that I have a nice subtle flavor. It is very low in sodium, but this is a pretty large pot, so I'm going to just be very careful because I do not like to have an overbearing pot of salt. It just doesn't work for me, and it doesn't work long term. So I'm just going to flavor and add as I believe it is good enough, because I will not put any salt in it. No Himalayan salt, no kosher salt, nothing. I'm just going to let this do what it do for me, and also the other products do what it do, because it's a pho. Pho has its outside properties that goes in after. You know, pho has its own condiments that add other flavors, so you don't have to do so much seasoning or salt with pho. But with this soup right here, oh my gosh, you guys, if you guys do it the way I'm doing it, you will love on me for the rest of your life and think about me for the rest of your life. Okay, all right, so go and get some of these items so you can make it happen. So right here, I am beginning to take all of these herbs, these roots that I put in here, because pho is just a clear broth. So I just wanted to do something extra and make it very medicinal. So 45 minutes later, I took the cover off, which you may have not seen, and I am doing what I'm doing right now. I don't want this to soak up my Better Than Bouillon. That's why I am removing it. I want the Better Than Bouillon flavors to be there for my noodles and whatever else goes in it. So just keep on pulling it on out. So here is my sesame seed oil for this size pot. I think I used a little less than 1/4 of a cup. Yes, you use way less with a smaller pot. This is going to bring so much jazz to this soup. When I tell you, it's going to bring so much jazz to it. Oh, I love sesame seed oil. Give it a whirl, give it a swirl. I also forgot to mention that this pho does not contain MSG. Right here is a really good time to start tasting it to see if you had enough of Better Than Bouillon, but remember, don't overdo it. You just want a nice subtle taste, very nice subtle taste. If it's good enough for you, then it's time to move on to the fun part. Alright guys, let's do it. Part B. Now here, you have to really get you some really good shrimp. I got these from Costco and they were wild golf. They weren't really all that to me. I've had some really good Gulf shrimps. You can get you some good ones, go for it. Trader Joe has some really good ones. But if you do fresh, fresh is always better. I was just being super lazy, but I just wanted to get it done. So if you have more than enough shrimp, go for it. So I began to cut them in half. I washed them off. I seasoned them with a little pink Himalayan salt because I know that there isn't enough salt in the pot to affect the shrimps. So I just pre-seasoned with garlic and salt. Not much. I did not want to mess with the flavors of the pot, so I just kept it really simple. Right here, I massaged it in so it can absorb whatever was needed. I think I used like less than a half of a teaspoon. But you can use a little bit more because my shrimp did not have enough of salt on it. So you most definitely can add a tad bit more, but it was good enough. So I have some chicken tenderloins, and these are the strips. What I did was I did not want those bulky pieces in there, so I cut it in half and then I sliced it down the side, down the middle, so I can get little small chunks. This is a whole piece. I cut that in half, and then I took the other half and sliced it down the middle to make it very pleasurable and not overbearing with a whole bunch of meat in the pot. And you don't have to use any meat as well for all vegetarians or pescatarians. You don't have to add this part in. It tastes just as good without it, trust me. That was just something for my protein lovers, okay, my carnivores or whatever. If it was up to me, I wouldn't be eating it in there. Now until the 45 minutes are up, we're just going to let this marinate, okay, and then when the 45 minutes come around, we're going to crank the fire up to a little higher temperature just to let the chicken sit in there and cook a little bit. More like steep cook, because chicken breast is easy to make very tough, so we don't want that. We just want to keep it very tenderized by letting it sit in there and cook away. In the meanwhile, we're going to start prepping our condiments for this soup, the extra added herbs. I was very grateful that I was able to find a lot of these items, but you can easily find them in a Asian store. The Thai basil, the lime, the bean sprouts. I was grateful I found organic or non-GMO bean sprouts. So at about maybe 15 minutes later from dropping the chicken in, now I'm going in to put the shrimps in, and I'm going to let it do the same thing for 10 minutes. And then everything should fall apart very easily in the mouth. Try not to overcook the shrimp. Here is a rice stick noodle. This is what they use when they make pho. What's so cool about this is that it melts, okay? It doesn't literally melt, but it is a very thin rice noodle made like a spaghetti, and it is perfect for angel hair or whatnot. They come very, very, very long, so you most definitely have to cut them down to considerable lengths that is whatever, kids, whatever, but yeah, you do have to cut them because they are very long hairs. But this does not, it's better than pasta if you're trying to do something healthier. This is something that I will go to. It's a big bag. You can find this in the Vietnamese store, and it's only $6 where I am. But yeah, so we're gonna just cut that down, and we're going to wash that really well with some water. Drain the water, and get ready to report to the bowl. Oh yeah, and everything else. It's time to get with it. So we're just gonna pile as much as we want in this bowl or your bowl, and drop the soup on top, because the soup is going to melt it all down. It's going to be so fun to watch, so cool. That's why your soup has to be very, very, very hot, because the broth will cook the noodles all the way down and tenderize them. Okay, so there we have it. We have wrapped it all up, and this is what we have at the end of the day. All of these condiments that are at the end are meant to be inside. If you do not like these items, then the soup tastes so freaking good, you don't need anything else. But these are just extra flavors. You know, we put the lime in, the Thai basil, the bean sprouts, and a little heat if that's what you wanted. This should be a very herbal, yummy, flavored dish that will help take inflammation out of the body. And it is carefully prepared with all those beautiful herbs, spices, and so forth. Let me know if you guys like this video. If you like it so far, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, give me some thumbs up, comments below, some different ideas on how to infuse it with different herbs and spices. Just go ahead and keep me posted, because I love pho, and there's nothing like a good pho when you're using different things to get that different broth flavor. All right, you guys, enjoy your meal and enjoy your day. All right, you guys, I'll see you next time, and thanks for watching. Oh yeah, you guys, let me know if this guy's a fool or not. Please comment below. Is he right or wrong? Do you think he has common sense? Because, yeah. But I wouldn't have got through the eyes if it wasn't for him. The fish eye food. Okay, you guys. See you next time.